Sometimes when inspiration strikes, you just gotta run with it. I've got this paint stirrer here that I was cutting some pieces off of it to use them as shims for something else, and I just saw it sitting there and I was struck with some inspiration. What if this was a guitar neck? This is the headstock, and I put like 2 strings on it, maybe like a little gent stick or something, and then I started thinking about a body to put on it. And then I was kind of thinking, you know, I wouldn't be able to put a pickup on there because the body would be too small. And then I realized I could just make my own pickup. So I'm going to make this guitar completely from scratch. Scratch wood. I'm going to make the pickup. I'm going to wire the pickup. I'm going to put everything on there and see if it actually works. If not, it'll be a fun little toy to hang on the wall or something. Got a couple of nails here I'm going to use as the poles. I'm looking for a magnet. And I do have an idea of what I'm going to use as my non-conductive base materials in the bobbin. So let's get to this. Alright, so I got everything lined up and measured out. I drew out kind of a grid of where all the holes are going to end up being, and I'm just going to drill them out. I'm going to use a nail as the nut, about right there. Got an old laptop power supply that I don't even have a laptop that'll fit it anymore, so I'm going to take it open and see if there's a coil in there with some wire. I was going to put this in the drill, but I think I'm just going to wind it by hand. Pretty thin gauge wire. I cut a little slice, a couple of little slices into the stock there to have the ends out, and there's my pickup. That's pretty cool. Wrapping up the coils, keep them nice and tight. And it is actually a completed pickup now. Let's get that wired up. Alright, still got some of the scrap wood left over from the twang stick, and yeah, this is gonna be the body right here. I'm gonna fix the neck on like that, put the bridge about right here, the pickup in the middle, bridge right there, and the jack somewhere out there. Probably gonna need to build some kind of cavity cover for it too. So, glued into place, get it clamped. Need to wipe off the excess glue there. I put a lot of glue. Alright, I've got another piece of wood here. I'm going to put at the end, right about here. Try to keep that straight with the neck. It's actually a piece of the neck that I cut off. Put that there. I'm actually going to go get another clamp and clamp it down on there. And it's really going to be kind of a tail piece. I'm going to do the strings through the body. It's going to be a tail piece, and there's going to be another nail or a screw across right here to act as the bridge. Alright, got all of this drying. And I kind of eyeballed everything, so the neck's actually a little bit crooked, but in a way it works out. It gives me a little bit of room to put the output jack right here. So that's pretty cool. So the output jack's going to be here. The neck's going to be kind of, well, the line of the guitar is going to be a little off center from the body, but it's going to look intentional. The pickup's going to go right in the middle right here. And it's going to run to the jack, and then I'm going to ground it to the screw on the bridge. It's going to work out. Alright, I've got everything set in place. I've already pre-drilled the holes for the strings and for the ground wire. I'm going to drill out as much wood as I can for the pickup and then clean it up with the router. And I'm going to drill out where the jack is going to go. There you go. Got the pickup cavity cut. I've actually already got the jack installed, the ground wire running to the bridge. Routed out a cavity there. Ground wire and the pickup just fits perfectly right in there. Just like that. The magnet's actually flush with the edge, so that'll work. And then I'm just going to solder this up, and it should be playable. So I've made sort of a cavity cover here out of the pieces of the paint stirrer that I used as the neck. Anyway, I'm here tuning it. I put an E, a D, and a B. Oh, what that is. E, a D, and a B. Skip the A, the G, and the high E. I don't know how well you can hear that, but it actually works. This pickup made out of paper actually works. And ironically, while I was working on this video, I came across a channel, a guy talking crap about all the other guitar channels making guitars out of other stuff, and his video is something about making a guitar out of paper, and the whole thing's a joke. But he's talking crap about all the other guitar channels out there because they don't rip off the same guitar over and over like he does. All he does is build strats. So this, unlike his was made out of paper. This actually is made out of paper, and it actually works. So, yeah. I mean, it's a joke. It's not really going to play. It's not going to hold its tune. But I made a pickup from scratch using some nails, an old laptop charger, and some paper. And he's going to talk about how stupid other channels are, because Burl's Art made one out of color pencils, and he didn't like that. String through body. I got a Powerade cap as a cavity cover. I bet this guy would hate this. Instead of worrying so much about what other people do and talking trash because you don't like something they built, why don't you just build what you want and leave other people alone? Talking about how crazy it is what people do for views on YouTube. But isn't the whole point of YouTube to make videos for other people to see? I just ran my pedal through it and it boosted it. So. The whole thing acts like a whammy bar. Actually, considering it's made out of paper, it's not bad. Alright, so there you go. I surprised myself, it actually works. I had to fashion kind of a pickup ring out of I called it paper. It really is paper. It's just really thick cardstock paper. And yeah, so that all worked out. I used some nails as the poles. Custom made the cavity cover with a Powerade lid that I accidentally lined up perfectly. I didn't realize I lined it up perfectly to have the Powerade logo there lined up. That was unintentional, but it worked out. The neck is a paint stirrer. The body is a 1x4. And 1x4 is kind of pushing it. It's really more like a 1/2x4. But yeah, it was, yeah, so I don't even know what else to say about this. I can't believe it actually works, and it's actually louder than I thought it would be when I hooked it up to the pedal. So as I was saying, I mean, you're not going to be able to really play anything on this. For what it is, it sounds pretty good. I mean, considering it's made out of nails and paper and scrap wood, and a laptop charger that I took the wire out of. But yeah, I mean, it sounds good, even though it sounds like a plastic Sesame Street banjo. But it works. The nut, I used an old nail. The bridge is a screw that actually holds the strings in place. I used some other screws, kind of like string trees, but they're really more of an extension of the nut to hold the screws and the strings in place. But they also do put tension down on it, so it's being pressed down on the nut. And yeah, if you're one of those people that has a problem with people making guitars out of different objects and stuff, you think it's stupid and it's not a guitar unless it's a Strat, then yeah, you're a moron. Look at all the famous musicians that play cigar box guitars and stuff. That they would have just been messing around and made stuff like this. It's just a hobby. It's fun. You know, lighten up. This is really just going to be a wall hanger. I'm thinking about taking it to Jacob to see if he can make a song with it, but I don't know. If I do, that'll be a separate video. So, anyways, thanks for watching, and see you next time.